And I am live. Let's get up the comments. And then let's just wait to see if anybody shows up. I was just on Katie's channel with Vintage and Vinyl, and Angela was on there. And oh, these are my announcements telling me that I'm live. It's so funny. Let's see here. Yeah, on my phone, and yes, I know. So I'm going to say hello. This is just a hangout and chat. Um, and most of us, I think, are like resellers. If there's anything to talk, about in terms of reselling, I don't have my puppy, so I can't use my puppy. Um, little Lola is spending the night with my daughter, who is Green Bee Explorer, and also has her own. I had to put it on mute on my phone. Has her own YouTube channel, which is Green Bee Explorer. You guys have seen her here and there on my channel. And at some point, and her and I were talking about, we want to do like a live chats or live something on her channel, because we've been doing them all on my channel. And she just wants to get set up and be able to do it and hang out and all that. So I'm hoping that, I see, there's a few people watching. Say hello if you're watching, so I know you're there. I can see, I think maybe my phone is one of those people that's watching. So, hitting things on my table. Oh, there she is. Hello, Greenbee. I take it you're home with Lola. Too bad I couldn't split screen you. Although I wonder, I don't know if I can or not. You wouldn't be prepared to just pop on. You would kill me if I tried to do that. Oh, wait a sec. She might be. Oh, she's downstairs. Oh, Green Bee's still downstairs. I thought she already took the dog and went home. Oh, they're talking about me downstairs. They are. They're talking about. I gotta close the door. I gotta close the door to my emporium. So there is a slim chance that we might be able to get to see. I'll put this over here. Might be able to get to see Lola before she goes over and has a sleepover. We are sharing our puppy dog because at different times we're going to be, we're only a mile apart. Our houses are only a mile apart, and we want to share the dog. Oh, hello, Primrose Collectibles. I was checking out your new channel. You are a fairly new YouTuber. So one of the things I do is anybody that comes on my live chats, their channel gets promoted. So I'm not sure if you can possibly, the name of your channel is the name that's on the chat. So anybody who's watching this on the replay, please go and check out Primrose Collectibles channel. You know what? I'm forgetting your first name. Can you pop your first name into the chat so I can call you by name? It's getting harder and harder. I was just looking. I thought I was only following about 70, YouTube channels. I think it's up to 90 some now. Now, not all of them are resellers. Some of them. Oh, Brianna. Thank you, Brianna. And so hopefully some more people show up. I do know, because I was just over at a live chat with Katie and Angela, and they were saying that at the same time that George the Antique Nomad has his live chat, and people like to watch that because he's so knowledgeable and he goes over certain items or certain genres, I guess. And I'm just doing this spontaneously, very spontaneous. So I'm glad you found me. I did post something up on eBay. Oh, eBay. I meant Instagram. Oh my goodness. I posted something on Instagram that I was going to do a live chat. And I got to get my jacket off. Ugh. Yeah, I'm sitting, there's a heater right behind me here, and it's fairly cold out. So the heater keeps coming on, even though we only have it set, we don't have it set too high because we don't want to roast at night. But being that the heater is literally right behind me, I can't have two layers on. I just roast. Oh, you watch his channel too? Yeah, yeah. George is pretty cool. I've watched here and there different um, of different videos of his. I can't say that I'm watching so many different channels that I can't dedicate a lot of time to any particular channel. um, but so I like doing these live chats. If people show up, great, and we can like chit chat a little bit. Um, and hang out. But I know a lot of people watch the replays, especially like, let's say, having it on this early. Some of the people that are on the West Coast, it's only 5 o'clock for them. So they might just be getting off work or, because this is Eastern Standard Time. They might just be getting off work right about now or trying to eat dinner or wrangle kids and things like that. So they might watch this on a replay and not be able to do it live. And but anyways, um, I don't have any particular topic to talk about. This was just a hangout and chat. On the other channel, they were just talking about like um, all the old TV shows with all the vintage items in the backgrounds, and everybody's looking at the decor, like, oh, what's that lamp? What's that vase in the background? Or um, and I do that now all the time. Every single show that I watch that's vintage, and my husband likes to watch some of those old, like Humphrey Bogart, like the black and whites and things. Um, and he's listening to the actual like movie and the actual dialogue of the movie, and I'm like, did you see that on the table back there? Yeah, he's he's all like, can you watch the show? Can you like not just burst out saying, wow, look at that. uh, so my little puppy dog, Lola, she's getting bigger. She we weighed her. We weighed her after she ate dinner and all that, and I was like, I don't think that's her true weight. So I'm going to weigh her again tomorrow. I'm going to try to weigh her again tomorrow morning, because if it is her true weight, she went from 2 pounds 11 ounces up to 3 pounds 5 ounces, and that's a lot. I mean, she is obviously growing fast because she's a puppy, but she's still pretty tiny. I tried taking her for a walk today and she wouldn't go. I had like a little fleece on her and then her little harness to keep her warm, but it was like fairly cold, and I guess she doesn't like it on her paws, and the sidewalks were wet, and so I had to go to the mailbox because I had an item to ship out that would fit in one of the blue boxes. And so I ended up carrying her the whole way there and back. And as I'm coming back, I'm like, man, it really is cold out here. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Oh, I can hear people talking downstairs. I want to know what they're talking about. um, Brianna, um, is there any particular topics you want to talk about, or are you doing just vintage right now on your haul videos and things? I watched a little bit of your channel the other day, and I was commenting on some of your videos, but I wasn't sure if you were strictly going to do vintage, or are you just going to flip whatever you find? And I'll wait a little bit for you to type out an answer. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I think that's my neighbor downstairs talking to him. I was wrapping gifts earlier. Oh, your main focus is on vintage. But here, you know what? Let me uh let me put this up here. That way people see that more. Um oh yeah, because look, your name is Primrose Collectibles. I wasn't even thinking about that. I actually do I started out doing Poshmark and eBay. So I wasn't focused on vintage at all. I was just doing women's fashions like clothes, handbags, pocketbooks, and other items here and there that I could find that I could flip for a profit. And I also would mix in, I would flip furniture too. I would get furniture and redo it and flip it, paint it and flip it. So I did all that. And then I found the vintage world. I found Crazy Lamp Lady. And then I got like really into that, just watching and learning because I'm like, I know nothing about that. And it's just fascinating to me. And now I'm doing the vintage stuff too. Still learning, still have so much to learn. Yeah, yeah. I'm curious who she's talking to down there. I'm like, I'm curious cat. She'll join the chat again once she's done uh, socializing down there. I think she might have had the puppy dog out, and then my neighbor saw, and then he's down there in the foyer down there. I can hear him. Oh yeah, I'll put this up too. When you were younger, you loved going to flea markets and just look for cool old things. Learned it from my grandfather, really. Oh, that's awesome. You know what's funny about my daughter, Alyssa, who's also Green Bee Explorer? Um, and we used to always call her an old soul. She loved things that were old and vintage. She liked old homes. She liked objects that were old. Like she always gravitated to certain things. She was always trying to save the old things, and so we always just called her an old soul. Um, and she's like learning the vintage items for flipping purposes, but she also flips other items. She does shoes and things like that. Like she'll go to the Goodwill bins and get things there, and you can find so much at the bins. There's just you never know what you're going to find there, and so she's made some pretty decent turns on that. In fact, I can't wait to go to the bins again. It's been a while. We were able to go in July was the last time I was able to go to the bins. So I definitely want to hit that. And and I have some things that I haven't done hauls on yet, but everything I have here I did hauls on. I would say most of that is listed. Probably 90% of that is listed. I still have things to list. And but um so one of the announcements I want to make is that I did shut down all of my pages, Poshmark, Etsy, and eBay. I shut them down because the post office is so backlogged. uh, Packages are not moving, they are getting stuck. I already have somebody complaining. I have one complaint on eBay. I have another person kind of complaining. I gave them the tracking number. They know it's stuck, but they were begging me to do whatever I could to get it there by Christmas. Well, there's nothing I can do. The day after they bought, they bought it the next day. I shipped it out. it's out of my hands. I cannot control the post office. So when that happened, I was like, okay, some of the bigger flippers, some of the biggest flippers put their shops on vacation mode. So I did too. So I am on vacation mode. I set my Poshmark to go on vacation on Monday and ended up making a sale yesterday. So I had to send something out today, which is fine. But that person, there is no way sending something out on the 21st. And it was a Christmassy type item. It is not going to make it there for Christmas. I just hope the person realizes that. But I am um, yeah, you know, the complaints are the worst because in eBay, if you get complaints, they will knock down your seller rating, and your rating will go down, and then they limit the number of items that you can list, and there's all kinds of like, it's kind of like being in eBay jail, and I don't want to be in eBay jail. So I thought I can shut my store down for a week. I've done it for other vacations. I go skiing every year, and I shut my stores down for that. And yeah, there's a little bit of you have to get them ramped back up again. Where people may or may not see your things for a while because of the algorithms that they use. But I'm fine with that. I'm really fine with that. Um, Yeah, it's very frustrating and listening. I mean, I know some of the big channels, they might still ship out like I saw some pictures on Instagram where people were still shipping out 30 some items, 20 some items, 15 items today. And I'm like, yeah, but what if that turns into 15 complaints? Like if half of them turn into complaints, like they could in fact, I know one of the channels he was talking about, he had two eBay stores that he got put into, say, eBay jail, where he was a big time full-time reseller, and he got put into eBay jail, and then he just now got out because it takes a year to get back out from that. And I'm like, that's not fair and I hope eBay and Poshmark and Etsy that they realize they can't punish the very people that are providing the income to them. you know, it's you should be punishing the people who don't ship out the next day. Like you know, if you're shipping out like 5 and 6 days late, yes, you should be punished. But if it's not your fault, if it's the post office fault, why are they punishing the sellers? I don't get that. But I don't want to turn this into a whole complaint thing. This isn't supposed to be a complaint thing. This is just supposed to be a general chit chat. It can be about any topic, but of course we're resellers. So um, let me come back up here. There we go. Yeah. So so I have some exciting news, and I guess anybody who comes in late, I will just repeat it. But tomorrow, the I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And tomorrow I am putting out a completely different style of video. I usually do like a standard video where I'm sitting right where I am now and I just do my little haul videos or, my sold videos or, you know, I've done some shopping videos. I'm definitely going to be doing more of those. But tomorrow is going to be, it's kicking. It is, I can't, it, I went all out on this video. I put so much work into it and it's so much fun. And I hope everybody watches it and shares it and goes from there. I was telling my girlfriends about it. I was telling them like, "Oh my God, I have completely like they're not into vintage, they're not into reselling. Like this is not their thing." But I'm like, "You're gonna want to watch this video that's coming out tomorrow. Like it is going to be so much fun. It is in a completely different style." And I'm just so excited. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a live chat for in case somebody watches this later or even tomorrow they watch this and then they can watch my video or whichever way. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, yeah. Brianna, I'm telling you, it goes live at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't expect people to log. They don't have to log in at 6 to see it. Just watch it whenever. But it's gonna be available tomorrow at 6 a.m. And I don't know if that's a good time to um, put my videos out or not. I used to just let them go at midnight. At midnight on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they would go live. Well, then I would notice that nobody really watches them from midnight till whatever, like there's like a long period of time till the first people view it because we're on East Coast time here. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm like, maybe I should put it at 6 o'clock. And even that's kind of early. Then I noticed that some people put them out at like 11 a.m. or they put them out at 1 p.m. or like even 7 p.m. is when they launched their videos at 7 p.m. And I'm like, hmm, I have to try to figure out like when to launch my videos, but I'm going to stick to the 6 a.m. launch because what I used to do when I was working full time and I wanted to watch the Crazy Lamp Lady, I actually had to be out the door pretty early in the morning. And I would pull up the video that she did like the day before, and watch like five minutes of it or so in the morning, and then I'd watch the rest of it later when I got home from work. I'd watch the rest of it later, and that's how I did it. I loved drinking my coffee and watching Crazy Lamp Lady, and so I'm hoping that's what people will eventually do with my videos. You know what? My daughter does that too. Yeah, I'll put this one up too. You're put what you're saying. My daughter, when her video is done, like ready to go, all processed. If she's doing, sometimes she edits them, sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she's direct right from her phone right to YouTube. She just puts them up whenever, and I'm like, I don't know that there really is any rhyme or reason to it. Everybody talks about algorithms and you're supposed to be consistent. I'm like, consistent in what way? Everyone says, oh, you have to consistently post up the same days or at least once a week. And I'm like, once a week on the same day or just once a week in general? Like, I don't know. And if you ever go into any of those Facebook, YouTube groups, well, there might be like 20,000 people in there and they all have opinions and none of them have YouTube channels or they or they want to start one and they're asking questions or they have opinions, but they don't understand how any of it works. And so it's hard to like say get any good information out of there. I got some good information. I was in there for like a minute with those YouTube groups, and I was like, okay, no, those were just filling up my feed because so many people are posting in that my whole Facebook feed would just be, these YouTube groups on Facebook. So I dumped out of those. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure if you have to have a specific time or not. Yeah. Yeah, I watch a lot of people. Now I watch a lot of people in the afternoons because in the mornings, when my shops are live, the first thing I do, well, and I trade stocks too. I'm a stock trader. Most of my income comes from that than from the flipping. But um, so I I click on all my shops to see if anything's sold. And then I go to my stocks and I'm in the stocks for a while, and that's takes up the morning. I'm having my coffee, and then you know and then I watch the videos. Sometimes I watch the videos if I have things to do or not to do. It depends. I might watch videos in the afternoon, but in the evenings, like sometimes I'll sit there with my laptop and earbuds and watch videos or live chats, and then my husband will be watching like sports or a movie or a TV show, and I might be watching that too, like kind of like multitask. Yeah. I've been I dabble in the stocks. You know, um, that's something that I just love that. I love that. It's the exact same concept that we do with you know try to buy something that you think you can make money on. Buy low, sell high. Sometimes you take your lump, sometimes you take a loss, sometimes you know, you hit it out of the park. You just never know where each stock position is going to take you. So now I can hear my daughter's outside. She's out in front of the house because this bedroom that I'm in is in the front of the house, and I can still hear her talking out there. So I was hoping possibly a few more people would show up, but maybe not. I think she has it as watching. She has it on either I think she has it on her phone, but she's not actually participating at the moment. So, um, those were my two announcements. My first announcement was that I am going along with. I mean, even like the niche lady, she shut her shops down. Now she was traveling to see family, I believe, and then she was also shopping. She was shopping. And I also know that some of the people on Etsy, not the resellers like us, but the people on Etsy who make items, they often put their shops on like vacation mode for a few days at a time, or to catch up on orders and things like that. So it's not unusual for resellers to do that, and I don't think anybody should be afraid to do that. And I was like, well, I'm busy with the holidays too. I was wrapping gifts today. I was decorating again. I'm doing decoration oh, that reminds me, I have a third announcement. I have an open invite for the Christmas vignette collab, and that is going to be due December 27th. When you load your video up, you can just put the time for midnight, um, and I will go to the various channels. And I know, Bianna, that you're going to do it. And I know Green Bee's going to do it. Um, I'm waiting to see if other people do it. Even if somebody comes late to that, I can add their videos at any time because it's really easy. You just pop on their channel and add it to the add it to the list. It's really easy to do. Um, and so, yeah, so I guess I have three announcements. So there's the collab. Oh, let me do it this way. Oh, here. There's the open invite collab, and there's a video on my channel if you want to go out and watch that. But you just do like a 5-minute video or thereabouts, around 5 minutes. A vignette, like either your Christmas tree or your outdoor decorations or like a fireplace mantle, anything you want to do. You just do a little Christmas vignette, and you mention that there's a playlist and that to subscribe to my channel, Left Lane Finds, along with your channel and all the other channels. Then you grab the link of the playlist and you put that in the description. You can do that after the fact. And then there'll be a playlist, and then people will actually watch the playlist. Some of those playlists get pretty long. I've seen ones with like more than a dozen or so videos on them, and it takes days. Sometimes it takes days to actually watch them all. um, and this one's just a short one. I figured just do like a little one vignette type of video. And then the second announcement is closing my shops down for the holidays. I just wanted to let people know that small shops like myself do it, as well as some of the bigger reseller flippers. And then third, the video that's dropping. And then there's another one that's going to drop on Thursday too. They're like, I'm telling you, you will be entertained. It's going to be great. Like, I I don't know where it came from, but it just popped in my head and I did it. And so that's my three announcements. I only wrote two down. I don't know. Initially, I was thinking, oh, I only have one announcement. Then I'm like, no, I have two. Now I have three. If I keep sitting here, I might think of some more announcements. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that was just the door opening. I thought she was coming in. Let me see if she's going to come up. Green Bee, are you bringing Lola up? Bring her up. Everybody likes to see Lola. So we'll do anything to get people to like our videos. Comment. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, oh my goodness, she bit me. Oh, she's so excited.
She is excited.
Oh, she's just going to chew on my hair. Why'd you give her so wound up to give her my give her?
She was just outside.
Yeah, I see that. She's all wet.
She did her business.
Oh, but I wanted her to be all calm and nice and look, ow, ow, she's got me. She looks like a wild child. She's all, you know what? She's so small that we can't get a collar around to fit her yet.
No cat collar.
Yeah, yeah. Wait a sec. She's a little, oh my goodness. She's a little Jack Russell Terrier. See if we can, she won't look.
Look at the camera.
She goes, if I can just get your fingers, I will bite them.
Yeah, that's
so we'll do anything. We'll do anything to get somebody to watch our channel. We have little videos. Actually, ow, I only have one video up there. You know what? I gotta give her to you because she won't let my hair go.
You got your hair back?
Oh, she's growling at me. You know what? I've been training her in the morning, and she is so good in the morning. When she wakes up, you know, I have the little treats and I have her little kibble in my hand, and I'm like, sit, and she sits, and I give it to her. She's so nice and calm. She's so wild right now. I'm embarrassed. My dog looks like I'm not trying to train her, but she really goes for my hair. My daughter always has hers up in, you know, that little um like little bun thing, and so she doesn't go for hers, and my husband has short hair. So she just loves my hair. I guess at some point I'm gonna have to, you know, put it up like that. Oh, do you have any pets, Brianna? I know she is adorable. She's a cutie pie. I wasn't expecting her to be that wild, but I guess Alyssa gets her revved up. As soon as Alyssa comes in the door, the dog is so excited because it's like her playmates here, and she is just like they play, they do the tug with the rope and all that, tug of war with the rope, and she runs her outside and she runs her all over the place, and the dog gets. You have two dogs and a horse. Oh, Greenbee rides horses. She's an equestrian. She hasn't been able to ride in a long time now. Like she your Irish setters, yeah. So I'll put this up. Two dogs and a horse. And your Irish setter is still super energetic and crazy, and she's 3 now. Yeah, they're still like what, teenagers, I guess, at 3. Yeah. Um, so we've oops. Oh, I'm trying to get that off there. There we go. Um, oh, you and your daughters ride? Yeah, that's great. I am allergic. I'm so allergic to horses and hay and cats. The 3 things you find in a barn. I'm just when my daughter would ride, she rode for Penn State, and I would try to go see her shows. I would just die. I would take Benadryls. I tried not to go anywhere near the barns, or I'd be outside. It didn't matter. I was outside, but it would just be waffling, waft, wafting out of the barn, and it would just trigger my allergies, and I was just, and then I would die for like 2 to 3 weeks after that, just fighting my allergies. Go through boxes of tissues. So I'm so jealous of everybody who rides horses. My niece always rode horses too. And oh my God, they're like big puppy dogs, aren't they? Now I can't say I've ridden horses. I did a trail ride. Was out skiing in Steamboat, Colorado, and I did a trail ride. And I just took a Benadryl. I knew we were going to be outside the whole time. We were in full ski gear. I wasn't really touching the horse, that much. We had gloves and those things on, so that worked out. Oh, that just yeah. Your husband has allergies. You know what? I gotta take a drink of water. Mm. I noticed that when I do these live things, um, that because I'm doing pretty much, all the talking and everybody else gets to do the typing, that I always need a drink of water of some sort. I don't know if she's staying or leaving, but she's supposed to be collecting her up to take her. So I don't have anything else to talk about. We were on the other channel, they were talking about all those shows like Bewitched and Golden Girls and all that, and that was so much fun. Yeah, yeah. Oh, what state are you in? Are you on East Coast time or Central time? I'm Primrose Collectibles. And anybody watching this, make sure to subscribe to Primrose. She just started her channel, and just like me, oh, if you guys want a good laugh, go look at my first video. My first video, I did it outside. It was a windy day. My hair was like blowing all over the place, and it is what it is. And I just left it like that. I was like, oh, that's my first video. That's the way it is. I figured I can only improve from there. Uh, so you're in Nebraska right now, from New Jersey. Okay. So I'm from Pennsylvania and I'm in Michigan now. So Nebraska, what is that, Central time zone? I'm kind of think, oh my gosh, isn't that horrible? I can't think. Isn't it, what time zone is Nebraska? Is it no, it's got to be, yeah, Central. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're an hour behind us. Okay. It's funny, I can usually keep it straight in my head when I'm on East Coast time, but when I travel out west, I can never figure out. I only know what the local time is, and I can never figure out what time it is on East Coast. Everyone laughs at me because I'm always trying to minus the time. And they're like, "No, you got to add the time." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is horrible." By the time I figure it out, it's time to come home. So, I don't know that I'm going to keep this too long here. We're coming up almost on, was it 38 minutes here? Oh, my accent um is a mixture. Like I grew up in like Lancaster County with the Amish and Mennonites, but then I moved down closer to Philadelphia and I started to pick up like a Philadelphia accent that everybody in Lancaster County says, and everybody in Philly, everybody, no matter where I go, I have an accent. And when I moved to Michigan, they were like, "You have an accent." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And I can do like, "Yo, Adrian," like the Philly thing. uh, when you walk down the street or in the office, when I worked in the office on the suburbs, the suburban, like office, like a typical office would be out from Philly. Um, People would, be like, you're walking, passing each other in the hallways or whatever. They like, how you doing? How you doing? And I would answer every time, "Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine." Because I was like the country bumpkin, right? And then I realized you don't answer the question. You just say that back to, it's like, "How you doing? How you doing?" Like it's a it's a thing. So like I had to learn like city stuff and I was like a country mouse. And and I fall back into, I have another accent that I fall into other accents. If, in fact, I was listening to the Crazy Lamp Lady so much, I started picking up her accent, and I was talking like her at home, and my husband's like, "Where did you get that from? Why are you talking like that?" And I'm like, "I'm listening to her all the time." So I pick up other people's accents pretty easy. Oh, my husband is from Springfield, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, which is really close to Philly, and his whole family is like from like West Philly, and like his grandparents and things like that, his mom's family. And he says Wooder, Wudder, Wooder. And I'm like, you mean water? And so my daughter and I say water because I taught her, she was with me more than him when she was little, so she says water. But then she also says dad, dad. And we're like, dad, not dad. Do you say you say water or water? There we go. So I'll have a drink of water. My husband will have a drink of water. We're like, and I'm like, is that also could be spelled wooder, like wooder? Like, is it wooder? Wooder? Mm, you say it that way too. So, being that he comes from Delaware County, Pennsylvania, they call it a Delco accent because the people say all kinds of strange things there. They say, and then like some of the people from Philly, they say like library. We're like, library with an R? No, library, the library. And I'm like, no, library. And they say, he doesn't say it, but some of the people in Delco, they say crowns. Like if you want to color something, like like little kids in their crowns. And I'm like, you mean crayons? Crayons? Crowns. Yeah, so you can get all kinds of stuff with that. And I have a problem where I can't pronounce certain words, so oh yeah, help. I am terrible with that. The other day I was trying to do something on a live stream and I couldn't say the word. So like I just gave up. Yeah, the crowns. Yeah. There's actually a whole like it's like a meme or something like that, or it's a string of slides to get. It's like slides, like a whole thing of slides of Delco things. It's hysterical. Of course, from Lancaster County, being that we're with the Amish and some other things, there's all kinds of you know accents around that too. You know, we always say things like "throw Papa down the stairs his hat." Because it's that's the English way of saying it. They would say it in German because they're Amish. Throw the throw the horse over the fence some hay. and that and I took German, and that's not how they speak in German. That's they put the verb at the end, but that's just a funny thing that they say that the Amish that's how they talk. So I'm just gonna like summarize my three announcements, and I think I'm gonna end this um, live chat. Although another thrifter I just started watching is Far North Thrift. She is in Alaska, so she is 4 hours behind us. So it'd only be 4:44 her time, and I know that she has two little kids and a dog. And she's absolutely like killing it on Poshmark. Uh, so I like to like give little shout outs to other channels. So whether they're in the chat or not, I'm going to continue to do that. I was lucky enough to have, other people do that for me, and it helped me, gain in subscribers, and I appreciate that. So I do that whenever I can as well. So I'm just going to say, for anybody watching this, subscribe to Primrose Collectibles, Left Lane Finds. We'll throw Far North Thrift in there too. Or is it Far North Thrifter? I'm not sure, but if you type in Far North, it comes up. And then Green Bee Explorer, because she's my daughter, and I will always promote her channel as well. And if our puppy dog Lola had her own channel, we would do that, but she doesn't. She's just going to be on our channels. She'll pop up randomly on my channel or on Alyssa's channel. And hopefully she gets out of her puppiness where she's not trying to bite my hair the whole time. So my 3 announcements were that I shut down my stores, my Poshmark, eBay, and Etsy. And don't be afraid to do that when you need to, even if it's for a few days or a week. In this case, is because of, it's fascinating. She doesn't have a lot of videos up yet, but they're awesome. And she was doing absolutely everything from her phone too. And her and her husband are off grid. Like it's a like I'm like, wow, she is like really killing it. And so I had fun watching her. So I'll be watching her as well as a bunch of other people. Um, Friday nights is flipping and sipping. Thrift U has their live sales on Sundays and Wednesdays. There's just so many. There's so many. I could keep going on and on about all the channels to watch. And so my new video that's going to drop tomorrow, I'm so excited about. I can't tell you how excited I am for that. And I'm not a drama queen or a dramatic person. In fact, I don't even have any makeup on right now. I just popped on. I'm like, oh, I usually try to at least put some makeup on. At least my hair is somewhat combed. Although it looks like I have to color my hair soon. Maybe I should hide it. And what was my other? I can't remember what my third thing was because I didn't write it down. It was whatever. It's in the video here. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you pop into those, yeah, I'll see you there. So I'm going to end this, and I will chat with you guys all later. And make sure to check out my videos this week, Tuesdays and Thursday, but especially start with Tuesday's video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.